What up with the world? Man, we not perfect, but we getting better. You hear me? So please don't put me in no box, your box, any box. But today's conversation, we want to talk about those inner conversations we be having with ourselves. The ones where we beating ourselves up, we saying we can't do it, knowing internally we can, but we gonna be having the energy to build ourselves back up. You feel me? So I'm gonna give y'all some tips out of the book on how to get that energy back. All right, we had a book with it. Those inner conversations. You feel me? People have a preconceived notion of what you should look like and be. So stop trying to impress. So even when somebody looks at you, they're not seeing you. They are seeing themselves based upon where they are from a point of frequency. That's why you can be doing something positive and they will literally find or see something negative about it based upon their frequency / state of mind. So like this, what I'm doing right here, homies, family, friends, some people with a low vibration, a low frequency, they gonna look at this shit like goofy, like it's goofy. Like I'm on some clown activities or I don't know what I'm talking about or whatever the case may be. They gonna look for some mess in this message, you feel me? And it ain't their fault. It's just the fact of where they at in they mind, you feel me? They on a low vibration, they on a low frequency. So it really ain't their fault. But eventually they'll wake up to this shit, you feel me? Hopefully. Some of y'all be having conversations with yourself like I do and will treat and talk to yourselves in a way eternally that is absolutely terrible and horrendous. And then you're confused why people perceive and treat you along the lines of horrendous and terrible. How else could they have treated you? What else could they have done for you? They can't do anything for you more than you can do for yourself. You feel me? Now, why would somebody want to magnetize towards somebody who mistreats themselves eternally? Because they can pick up on that. Why would somebody want to flock to somebody who isn't eternally confident? Because they can pick up on that too. That lack of confidence externally. Understand this. Your day-to-day emotions matters more than what you think. And the thing about emotions is that they've kind of been led or portrayed to be something that is out of our control. But your emotions aren't out of your control. Now, you can't control your first thoughts or your first instinctual kind of reaction, but you can control what happens after that. And that's a fact. Like, them first thoughts that come our way, yeah, we can't control them. Nigga be having 46,000 thoughts a day. That's everybody. We can't control the first ones, but maybe that third one, you can kind of like be aware, like, damn, I'm going down the wrong path of thought. You feel me? Like I'm in a negative mindset. Let me push back and hold off for a second before I let my emotions start leading, and then I end up putting myself in a position that I don't want to be in. You feel me? And a lot of people do that, including myself. I done did it plenty of time, but now that I'm aware and I'm on top of my shit, like I can catch it. I can catch that second thought and just backtrack. You're like, nah, I'm going down the. You feel me? And but you can control what happens after that. And so long as you remember that and you can bring yourself to a degree of central, happiness or joy or love, then you will be able to emulate an aura that people want to be around. We all know people, whether family members or friends, when they come around, you're just thinking, here we go with him. Here we go with her. Just because we know they vibe, they frequency, what they be on, and we know that shit drains energy. So, like, we all have those type of friends, family members, and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? And they may not have even spoke, but their frequency speaks before they've even spoken. You feel me? They ain't got to say nothing, nigga. You can just tell as soon as you see them hit that corner, like, man, here come cuz, man. On that bullshit. So if you don't want to end up like them, make sure that you're keeping your degree of emotional states, your day-to-day mood, and a degree of positivity. And it's not all about ignoring your emotions, because what you resist persists. You should never ignore your emotions, but you should transmute them. The only way you can transmute them is if you sit with what's making you feel the way that you're feeling and not try to ignore it. Because more often than not, when we're stressed out about bills or someone's pissing us off or something just not going right, we just try to move on like everything's okay, and it's not. And what you need to do is sit yourself in silence and bring whatever is stressing you to the forefront of your mind and confront it instead of avoiding it. Because when you try to avoid or ignore reality, you're telling that particular frequency that you are his bitch, because you're running away from it. and you feel you don't have the energy necessary or frequency strong enough to overcome it. And I'm going to end it with this. The more stillness you have, the more stillness you are eternally, the less you will be affected by the chaos outside of you. You feel me? So the more stillness, the more calmness you have eternally, the less you'll be affected by the shit that happens outside of you. Feel me? That you really can't control. And a lot of people let this outside shit, the worldly shit, affect us eternally to where a nigga don't want to do shit, don't want to be around shit, don't want to do nothing positive. You just want to just sit there in your trauma and beat yourself up. Those inner thoughts, those inner conversations you have with yourself. Oh man, this, based on the world. You feel me? You got to go based on how you feel eternally. You got to go based on your emotions, nobody else's emotions. You got to keep your shit intact. Because once you start to lose it, man, like it's no telling where you'll end up. It's no telling where your emotions will lead you to. Rather jail, behind on bills, you done hurt somebody. You done put your kids on the back burner. Cause you know what I'm saying? You feel like you're losing it. Yeah, man, like these are all things eternally that can be fixed if we just learn how to sit in silence and face those demons that's telling us all these bad things in our heads. You feel me? That's telling us that we can't do it. That's telling us this person talking about me. That's telling us this person always got something to say. You feel me? Like you got to stop feeding yourself those type of thoughts. You have to learn how to stop it and say, hold up. Why am I even worried about what they thinking or how they feel about me? This is me. You feel me? Because the more that you have those type of thoughts, it's like you throwing stones. And the more stones you throw, you build a mountain, man. No faith. You done build a mountain full of fear and people's opinions and all this shit. Now you can't go nowhere. Now you stuck. But those inner conversations of, I got this. Don't worry about what people say about you. Don't worry about how people think. I know I'm great. I know I'm better than the old me. I mean, that's all building your character, and you got to move with that conviction, with that confidence, with that knowing, not believing, with that knowing. And once you can do like that and step like that, that's that aura. That's that aura we was just talking about in the book. That's that, oh, he on his shit or she on her shit. You get what I'm saying? But you have to eternally do it. All that trying to get people to like your posts and to see what you got going on to help build you up, to say, oh, they like it, so let me keep. You got to be worried about what you like and what you got going on. Fuck everybody else. Because the same rope they pick you up with is the same rope they'll hang you with as soon as you say something they don't like or they disagree with. I done seen it too many times. All the people that heart this, like that, as soon as I say something, they feeling some type of way now, but it is what it is. I salute everybody stand on their purpose, man. Till they come up, and another video coming soon, man. Stay on it. Salute.